Hey, this is MATSAN and welcome after a long break.
Hello, we're back in the summer. So recently we've been watching lots of YouTube channels and lots of videos, and they're discussing about some important things that they want to achieve in their life, or what are the important things they wish they could do if the time could go back. Some like important decision related kind of video, yeah. So that gave us some kind of inspiration to make this Q&A, that's called it. There are some questions that I think it's worth to mention how we think about it. So
thanks to Sansan, she prepared some important questions to both of us. The first one and the most annoying question is: are you planning to have kids?
If you can.
Okay. God. Okay. You planning to have kids, Sansan? Can you answer that question?
Yes and no.
Okay.
No and yes. That's say in that way.
Oh, that's a perfect
No
way.
and yes is the best way. Yeah, right. So I'll go first.
Okay.
Basically, we don't like kids. I hate kids. I like my family. Not from my mom, but from my aunts and so on. There are many kids in the family, and I am the oldest, but I never know how to speak with kids. I don't know those random words to make them happy, so I always feel awkward next to kids. And people say that, if it's gonna be your own kid, it's gonna be okay, but I highly doubt that.
I highly doubt that too. About me, basically, so it all sounds like you don't want to have kids at all.
That's the first part. The no part.
Okay, the no part, I will also do it from my side. So I completely agree with you. I hate kids I would say, like, I hate kids when they are in this very young age. I would say, like, those age that I have to say they behave very stupid. I see them so many times in those markets that we are going through, like this show and so on. So many those parents with kids, they annoy me, and obviously I don't like them. I also feel very awkward around them. Like, for example, my cousin, he has a daughter, for example. My another cousin has like 2 boys. And even they kind of encourage me to say something to those kids and stuff. Cute, but I don't know how to even react, how to play with them. I feel so awkward, and I feel stressful next to those kids, and I just, in this case, I don't like it. But at the same time, I would say that, like you said, people would say that, if it's gonna be your own, you will love it. Well, I don't know who say that, because to be honest, I mean, in your area maybe yes, but in my area, my working place, everything, people say that all of them regret having kids. I have to say, they say it's a nightmare. Overall, what I would say that I do like kids, but when they are older, I would say this level has to be maybe 8 or 10 years up, which is a huge way to go. Like, I cannot imagine myself like waiting for those 8 years until they finally grown up, that I can have an actual conversation with them.
And then they're entering the rebellious period of time.
That's the point, because personally also, one more thing, I would love to have a daughter. So that's making it very awkward. What if the boy will come to this family?
So you hate him?
I would love him, but it's like very awkward too, And and also at the same time, about daughter, let's say, so she's gonna be cute around 8 or 10 years old, but then you have only like maybe, let's say, 4 or 5 years, and she's gonna be in this rebellious mood, because we see it among like
even our family.
Our family is starting to be something like that. So I'm also scared,
Well, the only motivation that I would like to have a kid is I'm curious how our kid would look like as a mixed baby.
Oh yeah, that is very
and that's
interesting.
It's like I would give birth. Oh, cute and.
I don't think that kid will even look cute at the age of like 0,
Infant,
right?
Yeah, that's
Basically,
true.
It's gonna look like
ugly.
like bold and
ugly.
Yeah, like so.
Oh my god, we're
Oh my
so
god,
much hating.
oh my god, this is so bad. Okay, so for no side, yes, but overall, eventually, we both agree that we will have kids
Yeah.
or kids.
Yeah.
2 maximum.
Yeah. It's just not the time yet.
It's just not the time. I really enjoy my freedom right now. I really want to focus on, let's say, work, kind of at work, and also like traveling around, just having fun. Like at least, I
Just
think
the
there will be
time
a time for that.
for us and for Froggy, just 3 of us, and for now that is enough. You know, just like in our neighborhood, all the neighbors' kids are screaming at the weekend, and we're just there chilling on the balcony with music, with alcohol,
Barking dog.
barking dog, but still, it's better than those kids. Yeah, and I was like, Jesus, yeah. Yes. Next question.
It's, by the way, about the kids, it's just funny that every time we hear like this massive playground and so on, like kids are playing so much, after like around 1 or 2 hours, there has to be an accident that a kid will, I don't know, accidentally fall down or
Falls
something
down,
like
yeah.
that, and then there's this super cry, and then there's this heaven of
Silence.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
Exactly.
Okay, going with the next question. Do you regret anything in your life?
I don't have any regret in my
Okay.
life, to be honest. Nothing.
Like me, well, I have to say that I am a very happy person overall.
Yeah.
I could say that I could have some different, let's say, studies, or I could done something more productive at my age of studying or high school. But it's not like I regret that. I think that because every little step that I made in my life made me eventually end up with you. And that is the beautiful part of it. Yeah, I mean it's really amazing. That's why if I would have to choose something, like if I can come back right now, go back in time and choose something different in my life, I think that eventually I wouldn't end up with you somehow, because it's like this butterfly effect. Yeah?
True. That's
So
true.
myself, no, I don't.
I'm the same. Exactly the same thing as you said, yeah. Well, I think every single decision that you're making is making it who you are today. So we always learn even from mistake. So I can say that I regret dating somebody in the past. Yeah, I could regret that, but think on the bright side, I also learn something from that relationship. Yeah, so I would say I'm rather thinking positively that everything has a pro in it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I mean,
So for positive energy
very
today.
positive. I mean, yeah, literally. Okay, nothing to regret. Next question then.
Next question. So, a bit like following the previous question,
Okay.
if you could redo your study, would you choose some different major?
You know what, I was thinking about this because I am very fascinated about flying planes and stuff like that, which is very bizarre because I used to be so scared of flying. And that's why I would say that if I can change some, it's like yes and no. If I could change something, then I would love to focus on trying to be a pilot in the future, like literally a pilot, like commercial airline pilot. Because I think it's very prestige and cool to be somebody like that. But at the same time, well, right now I am working at sales, and I would say that it fulfills my needs, to be honest, and I also enjoy it a lot. Plus, being a pilot means you are off from home for so long, especially in those long distance and stuff like that, that I would say eventually no to that. And you know, on Xbox it's gonna be the flight simulator stuff, so I'm gonna play that and I can fulfill my dreams anyway. No, I'm just saying, to be honest, that I mean, I could change that, but I'm happy with what has been done, actually right now, so What about you? Probably the same.
The same. I mean, I really thought about this question, and I don't really regret it because I studied English. Okay, you can say that many of my friends complain that it is useless when you want to find a job. Yeah, but I always treat it as a tool. Yeah, so I learn lots of skills, whether you're learning the skills of speaking English or like, I don't know, public speaking, or just be more better at presenting something, or I don't know, business English. So of me working abroad right now, it is helping me. So
It's awesome.
yeah, so I don't really regret. I mean, if I could, let's say, if I could choose further, so maybe I should focus a bit more on like business English even more, because it was obligatory anyways to study a lot about the literature. Yeah, so I'm not doing anything which is really connected to, I don't know, editor or magazine, that kind of thing. So it is not so practical about finding a job right now for me, but I know many of my friends are working for, I don't know, for like newspaper or for magazine, so then in that case it is helping. Yeah, so I don't regret.
No, continue.
Yeah, and also I took some courses about journalism, and I'm just thinking, yeah, I still like journalism, and I guess if I somehow didn't meet you and I would stay in Taiwan, so I definitely will go to the area of being a journalist or in that specific specialty. Yeah, so I have no regret.
I just realized that we are kind of like people who are really happy with what they've achieved so far, and I completely don't regret anything. And especially that for example, I always wanted to live in Warsaw, in Poland, and I achieved that. I always wanted to be with somebody from abroad, actually, because it's kind of like makes your horizon better.
Broader.
Yeah, and it's cool to experience different kind of culture, and I achieved that too. So I'm happy. Such a positive episode. It's super weird, like
So
we are in some
creepy.
kind of cult.
Drug or whatever. Okay, what is your favorite activity to boost up your mind or mood?
Okay, we both have the answer for that right now.
Yeah.
We became very chubby, especially me, recently. Because I personally ate so much trash and so on, drink so much alcohol. It's not healthy, and she's better.
But fat as well.
But a bit fat. No. It's like comparing to when we first meet up. Yeah. So we are exercising right now a lot. She's still better at this than me, but I'm still trying to push myself a lot. And personally, I realized that after I work out, even 20 minutes or something, that my happiness is reaching like very high level. I'm very happy after workout. I have to say, I'm sweating, I'm exhausted, but I'm super happy, and I think this is the boost for me.
Yeah, the same. And it is really funny to say. I mean, nothing really fancy of what we achieved so far. It's more like I started a little bit earlier than you. That's why overall it's my, I don't know, 4th month of working out without any stop. And looking at my past, I always start to feel fat every year around March. So looking at my, on the phone, you can keep the track. Yeah. So I saw that every year, exactly on March, I started to work out. But then, when it gets to May and June, it gets super hot, like right now. Yeah. So it's too hot to work out, so I stop. So all the time is like only 3 months. Yeah. And then this year, like we feel fat, and I feel unhealthy and just not happy about how I look like, not so confident anymore. So especially if you look at our older video from the beginning, you can see such a big difference. Yeah.
Check my whole head structure, for example. That I was so skinny, like literally like skeletonish.
Yeah, the same for me about my face. Yeah. So yeah, I think, and then we also find a pretty nice workout application with lots of trainers.
It sounds like commercial, but no.
Yeah, but it's not. Yeah,
but so no, unfortunately,
it's not. Yeah, so because of that, we are kind of somehow very up to this lifestyle right now. So we are trying to add into everyday routine a short workout or a longer workout, depends on the available time of us. Yeah, so I have like small progress. I lose a bit of weight, but it's not really that much since we're still drinking alcohol and since we're still we are controlling our diet, but not so crazy as most of the people who are really very strict to themselves. So,
but at least we are in a good progress.
Yeah. But at least we are doing it, and indeed, the same as you. After working out, surprisingly, I feel happy.
Yeah.
Maybe because I feel like I achieved something, and I push myself to tick this thing off. Yeah. So I think that is somehow the mechanism that make your brain feel like, yeah, that's something that worth a celebration. Yeah. So that's
and then the celebration after that is
yeah. But
okay.
that is fun. You should give it a try if you are having, I don't know, sad time or depressed day. That would help.
Yes, I see that. No, there is one more.
Yeah.
What's the country that you want to visit the most? You say first.
I thought you have the answer first.
Well, I have the answer right now.
Say it.
Of course, the first country that I would like to visit the most is to visit your family in Taiwan. That's the most important country for sure on the list. Because of COVID, we kind of had to cancel the tickets and stuff. But I also am thinking recently that what I would love to achieve is to having a trip to US a lot. It's just right now it's like pumping in me that I would really like to do that. And previously I was only thinking about like maybe somewhere in the south part of America and so on. But right now I'd like to tick some cities, making like maybe not a road trip but a flight through cities trip. Especially I see there are some solutions to make it cheaper. I mean, right now I cannot say much because this is the stupid COVID stuff right now, but later on when it's gonna be past and we can finally go without any testing and so on, then fine, and I would love to spend a bit of money to really travel there. I really would like to visit that country a lot. I don't know about you. You've been there?
Yeah, once. So but I only went to
the family was great. You said you stayed in some family and the hospitality there was great.
Yes, it was really good. It was I think it was the time when I was in high school, first year of high school. But I went to Nebraska, but only there.
This is so cool.
It was really fun because we went there to experience American life. So we did lots of local activities, and I also joined the parade because it was the National Day.
This is so cool.
You know, like using the bonfire, cooking this marshmallow with the cookie.
This is so cool.
Rodeo show. It was really fun.
God! I mean, I am, for example, completely not really interested in places like New York, Chicago, stuff like that. I'm interested in those also cities, but those next to those regions that nobody as a tourist really go that often. Especially this village lifestyle, kind of interesting for me too. Like you said, in Nebraska, you said that they had this ridiculously big farm.
Family that hosted
and this family, all of them drive those pickups,
Not pickup, but every of them have big cars or like Jeep kind of cars. So they were really nice. So I overall have very good memory of that trip to the US. And of course, I would like to see all other important cities and every different zone. I would like to give it a try. So it's gonna be big money. We need big money and big time for that. So
we will make it. Don't worry. We are full of life, full of perspectives.
As long as we don't have kids.
Okay, so.
But anyways, that is your country.
Okay. It's not yours. I think I know that.
But not to be honest, right now I don't have my number one place that I want to go because my feeling is always changing. So recently I don't have this one specific country, but I would say about summer. So somewhere with water is always the place in my head. So I don't know, Croatia maybe. Or
that's very down to earth.
Yeah, and maybe in Southern Europe because we never really been to any country in Southern Europe.
Okay.
Yeah. So if we're saying more popular place, or maybe Italy, Spain, Portugal, somewhere there, or other parts in the Balkans are also very interesting.
I would love to go to Croatia, especially I see my friends went there. It's great, but it's full of Polish, what I've heard. Full of Polish and Germans.
Polish is everywhere, so it's fine.
and it's expensive there. But yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a trip. Yeah,
Yes.
and if it's winter, so I would like to visit Iceland, even though it's not recommended to go to Iceland in winter. But anyways,
We are sorry for our kind of slow talk right now, because you have to believe us, it's 30 something degrees in Poland right now.
yeah,
There's we don't have air conditioner here.
yeah. So we're burning right
We are
now.
burning. The dog is basically here on the floor
Yeah, cooling down.
cooling down. Well, it's crazy, and it's gonna be like this for a week maybe or more. I hate this. I literally want it to be over.
Yeah, so that's it, and we hope to see you soon in the next video.
Yes, so see you guys. Bye bye.